Welcome student. Now we studied about the topics that hobbies and leisure activities reduce your stress and improve your personality. Hobby, an activity or interest pursued for pleasure or relaxation and not as a main occupation. An activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. A hobby is an activity that you do in your spare time for fun. In the 13th century, the word hobby referred to a small horse or a pony. It will later come to describe a toy horse. A hobby horse. It is from the hobby horse that the word's modern sense of favorite pastime evolved. Hobby. Having a hobby that we enjoy brings us joy and enriches our lives. It gives us something fun to do during our leisure time and affords us the opportunity to learn new skills. We are very fortunate to have so many different options out there today. Cultivating a new hobby. The best way to cultivate a new hobby is to try something new. The world is full of wonderful, exciting activities that we can explore and adopt as our own. Of course, all of us are unique and therefore our interests and hobbies vary. But once we find a hobby that we truly enjoy and are passionate about, we became hooked. It becomes part of our lives and captivates us in a very personal way. Advantage of hobby. There are many reasons why all of us should have at least one hobby, but here are the main advantages. It makes you more interesting. People who have hobbies have experience and stories that they can share with others. They also have specialized knowledge that they can teach to anyone who also has an interest in the same topics as they do. It helps to relieve stress by keeping you engage in something you enjoy. Hobbies give you a way to take your mind off the stresses of everyday life. They lead you relax and seek pleasure in activities that are not associated with work, chores or other responsibilities. Hobbies help you become more patient. In order to develop a new hobby, you have to learn how to do something that is brand new to you. The odds are there will be learning curve and you will need to be patient in order to build your skills. Having a hobby can help your social life and create a bond with others. Your hobby is something that you can frequently enjoy with other people, whether you join a club, play in a league, or just gift others with the fruit of your labor. Your hobby is a great way to meet and get closer to people who have the same interest as you do. It increases your confidence and self-esteem. The odds are that if you really enjoy an activity, you are usually pretty good at it. Any activities that you can excel is an opportunity for you your confidence and develop pride in your accomplishments. Hobbies help reduce or eradicate boredom. They give you something to do when you find yourself with nothing to fill your time. They also give you an activity that you can look forward to and get excited about. It helps you develop new skills. A hobby that you really dedicate your time to will lead you to build new skills. As you spend more time on your hobby, you will become better and better at it. It increases your knowledge, and along with build new skills, you will also gain new knowledge through the development of your hobby. It enriches your life and gives you a different perspective on things. No matter what type of hobby you choose, you will definitely be exposed to new ideas. Hobbies help you grow in various ways, including exposing you to new option and a new way to look at life. It challenges you. When you pick a new hobby, you will be involved in activities that are novel and challenging. If you don't find your hobby challenging, then you also would not find it engaging, and it will be less enjoyable. That means you need to find a better hobby. It helps prevent bad habits and waste time. There is an old saying that idle hands are the devil's workshop. If you have good hobbies to fill up your free time, then you will be less likely to be spend that time on wasteful or negative activities. Hobbies brings a sense of fun and freedom to life that can help to minimize the impact of chronic stress. Those who feel overwhelmed at a job, for example, can benefit from hobbies because they provide an outlet for stress and something to look forward to after a hard day or week at a stressful job. Health benefit of hobbies. One study found that those who engage in physical leisure activities for at least 20 minutes once a week are less susceptible to fatigue. Other research found that the enjoyable activities performed during leisure time were associated with lower blood pressure, total cortisol, waist circumference, and body mass index, and perceptions of better physical function. Such activities were also correlated with a higher level of positive psychosocial states and lower level of depression and negative effects. Ultimately, the benefit of hobbies, both psychological and physical, are worth exploring. Find something you enjoy engaging in, and you create time for yourself and your health. Taking a break. Hobbies provide a slice of work free and responsible free time in your schedule. This can be especially welcome for people who feels overwhelmed by all that they have to do and need to recharge their batteries. by doing something they enjoy. For those who feel overwhelmed by responsibility, it may be difficult to find the time or give themselves permission to take a break from a busy schedule and just sit and relax. Either way, hobbies provide a nice break during a busy week. Experiencing stress. For those who are not overly stressed and may actually be understimulated, hobbies provide a nice source of eustress, the healthy kind of stress that we all need to remain feeling excited about life. If the rest of your life is somewhat dull or uninspiring, hobbies can provide meaning and fun and can break up a boring schedule without feeling like work. In other words, hobbies can provide you just the right amount of challenge. Having a social outlet, many hobbies lend themselves to group activities. Golfing rotations, knitting circles, and creative writing groups are good example. Hobbies that connect you with others can bring the added benefit of social support, which can bring stress relief and meaning to life in a fun way. The friends you have fun with can become some of your best friends. So hobbies that bring you closer to others are well worth your time. Enjoying positive pleasure. Positive psychology, a relatively new branches of psychology that studies what makes life worthwhile, has discovered the pleasures, activities that bring fun to life can be wonderful for relaxation and enjoyment of the moment. Pleasure can bring a lift to your mood, since hobbies generally incorporate pleasures into your life. Maintaining hobbies can be good for your overall sense of joy. Receiving gratification, some satisfaction here. Also from positive psychology, satisfaction are important activities that brings meaning and fun to life. Gratification presents that kind of challenge that requires us to use some of our best personal skills and engage us in a sense of flow, which can put us in a near meditative state where we lose track of time and feel removed from the stressors of life and fully engage in what we are doing. Gratification can lead to a reduction in stress and a sense of well-being. Hobbies are usually experienced as gratification. If you want more hobbies and fewer stress experience in your life, hobbies provide a direct route to gratification that can lead to this. Staving off burnout. Hobbies brings a sense of fun and freedom to life that can help minimize the impact of chronic stress. Those who feel overwhelmed at a job, for example, can benefit from hobbies because they provide an outlet for stress and something to look toward to after a hard day or week at a stressful job. Some research show that those who are in stressful jobs that normally contribute to burnout, low control, high demand of jobs, for example, feel less of a need to recover from the day at bedtime. If they have more physical or social leisure activities, that are not work related, or in other words, more hobbies. In this study, those who had a need to recover at bedtime, they are more likely to suffer from negative health and wellness outcomes like psychosomatic complaints and fatigue. Health benefits of hobbies. In other words, hobbies can help buffer the effects of a stressful job and mitigate factors that contribute to burnout. Some list of hobbies: aquarium making, arts and crafts, cooking or baking, auto repairing, carpentry, ceramics or pottery, coaching little league, computers, gardening, home decorating, hunting, model building, photograph, playing music, sewing, singing, stained glass making, volunteering, flower arranging, woodworking. So many more hobbies in this area. A difference among hobby and leisure activity. Hobby would be a passion or interest you invest time, effort and often money into a regular constructive activity in deliberate way. Leisure time would be your free time outside of work, other responsibilities including your hobby, that you engage in other recreational or leisure type activities. Leisure activity chosen for pleasure, relaxation or other emotional satisfaction, typically after work and other responsibilities are done. Leisure time allows you to step back physically but most important mentally from stress. During leisure activities, you will be disconnected from the outside world. You will be empowering yourself to deal with the situation in a less stressful way. Health is a complex phenomenon, analogies to which leisure can also be considered as holistic. It affects our physical, mental, and emotional well being, promotes social integration, socialize, educates, exists and effective on balancing sexual energies. It can be the means of expressing our identity, and its performance is connected to our natural and built environment. Leisure activities reduce stress. When people engage in leisure activity, they have lower stress level, better mood, a lower heart rate, and more psychological engagement. That means less boredom, which can help avoid unhealthy behaviors, Zwadesky said. Use leisure time to cope with stress. Being busy people, most of us have at least some ambivalence about doing nothing. Most people carry a heavy load of responsibility for work and family and need to remain productive. Our time is valuable and we don't want to waste it. Even when on occasion, many people not only structure the schedule and over plan activities but bring work along with them as well. Unstructured time, leisure time may feel like wasted time to many. Interestingly, Sometimes we need to spend some idle time relaxing so that we can remain productive. Because too much of wrong kind of unmanaged stress can lead to decreased motivation and even burnout. It is important to find effective coping strategies for this stress and take a break to do what feel like nothing can be key to managing the stress. Leisure time helps us to cope with the stressful days. Leisure activities for stress relief. There are several activities we may be drawn to during times of stress. We may think we are just being lazy, but sometimes we know that we truly need more than we realize. We all need a healthy balance between hard work and rest. Everyone needs some downtime so they can have the energy to keep working their hardest when they need to. Walking. Getting your body going can help you reduce stress. If you find yourself overwhelmed, consider upping in the amount of physical activity you do. Although no one is considered an athlete for walking often, it does not mean that it is devoid of benefits. Walking offers a simple way of getting your body going without being too taxing. If you are intimidated by other physical activities, start by getting into the habit of walking for 30 minutes every once in a while. Hiking. If you find yourself getting sick from all the stress in your life, you need to get yourself into nature. Hiking can get you to beautiful places which may help boost your mood. A study has shown that immersing yourself in nature even for 20 minutes can help reduce your stress hormones level. Making art. The simple act of creating something from scratch can be relaxing. At the same time, it is something with your control. You might want to consider leisure activities like painting, sketching, and the like to help reduce your stress. Not only is art a great way of climbing yourself, but it is also a great form of self-expression. Knitting. Speaking of creating something from scratch, you might want to start getting into knitting. Not only is knitting a great hobby that allows you to create something, but it is also quite meditative. There is such a thing called mindful knitting, which makes people focus less on what is going on in the outside world and more into their knitting. Dancing. Moving your body in whatever way you can helps you be more focused on what your body is doing. You are letting loose. You don't even have to dance well to benefit from the freezing feeling of dancing. Simply dancing alone in your room and letting yourself drawn into the movement of your body is already releasing stress. Listening music. Leisure activities don't have to be complex to provide stress reducing benefits. Listening to music you love can already help reduce stress levels. There is even a study on how music can reduce stress and anxiety in people with a coronary heart disease. Watching movie. Even if you are watching a sad movie, it can still help boost your endorphin levels. Endorphin definition. These are hormones that relieve pain and boost the feeling of pleasure. Do you have a list of movies on your you to watch list that you have not gotten around to yet? Then maybe it is time that you get back to it and start knocking them out one by one. Reading a book. Leisure activities like reading a book are great for relaxation. The great thing about books is you can carry them anywhere, so you can always whip them out when you want. You can read while on your commute, laying on your couch, or even when you are soaking in the tub. If you have been hoarding books and feeling stressed, then crack one open. If you have not been into reading, then perhaps now the time to start. It is a great hobby to develop that helps you live in stress-free life. Watching aquarium. Watching fish may sound like watching paint dry, but studies have shown that there are wellness benefits to looking at the current event in the aquarium. It goes to show that even the most mundane activities can help you develop a more stable mental well-being. So, if you are looking for a destination to unwind in, then why not go to your nearest aquarium that practices safe animal care? After all, there must be a reason a lot of dentist offices have aquarium, right? Okay, see there. Playing with pet. Playing with your pet. The reason why cat videos are popular on the internet may be because of their stress reducing effect. There are many studies that associate stress relief with owning pets. So, if you have got a funny, furry, not furry friend with you, then consider spending more time with them. Why not hit two birds with one stone by going on a walk with them? Why do it? Choice and activities yours. There are many leisure activities that have stress relieving effect on people, from physical activities to simply taking a break. Stress management does not have to be complete offer. As long as you take the time to disconnect from your stress, then you should be able to deal with wherever's on your plate. Thank you, student.